Welcome guys. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about CSS animation. It is one of the interesting concept in CSS and we can do amazing thing with CSS. The animation is created by actually changing the CSS style from one set to another. The syntax for animation property is quite simple. It can be written as animation, then name, then duration, then timing function, then delay, then iteration count, then direction, fill mode, and play state. So this is called the shorthand notation. However, we can have different property in different line. We can have these many animation properties. The animation name, which specify the name for the keyframe animation. The animation duration, which define how long the animation should take place. The animation timing function, which specify the speed of the animation. The animation delay, which specify the delay in the start of the animation. The animation iteration count, which specify the number of the times the animation should be played. The direction, whether it can be forward or backward or the alternate. The fill mode, which specify the style of the element when the animation is not playing. It can be start, it can be at the end, or both. And finally, the play state, where we can pause the animation, which is mostly used in JavaScript. The keyframes rule specify the animation code which hold the styles of the element at a certain times. We can change as many CSS properties as we want and as many times through the animation. Now we are going to see the demo, and here is the very simple boilerplate code for the demo. The preview just look like this. Now let's add the CSS and see the magic of animation. So you can see we have a div with the class item. Let me add the CSS for item, and here let me add the height as 150 pixel and then width as also 150 pixel. If I save it, you can say I don't see anything because we need to give something which is visible. Like let's give the color as red, and there you go. Right now, let's give the animation name, okay, as expand, because we want to expand this square box, right? And there, when we write this expand, we need to define this expand keyframe as well, right? And how to do that? So that's how we can define the expand keyframe, okay, and expand, and then in the curly braces we have to define some animation code. Now before that, let's also define the animation, okay, duration as 1 second. Okay, now let's see how to do that. So the basic animation start from 0 to end, so that is from 2 to, okay. So here we need to define what kind of CSS style start during the animation and what kind of CSS its style it reaches to after the animation, right? So here let's give the width as 150 pixel only, okay, and now let's give the width as 400 pixel when the animation finishes, and there you go. After I save it, it happened, right? So let me reload, and there you go. Right now it happened only once. Right now we can change this by specifying the animation iteration count to probably 3. Now if I save it, then you can see 1 2 3, right? So that is how the animation iteration count works. Now suppose if I want to start the animation with some delay, then I have to give the animation delay property, suppose 1 second. Right now if I save it, then you can see after 1 second the animation start, and there you go. Okay, so it happened for 3 seconds. Now we can also specify the timing function, okay, animation timing function, and here we have 4 different values. Now is basically is, and then is in is basically, let's see how it works. Okay, save it, and then okay, so it start with ease. Okay, and then it goes fast. So let me first change this to 1, and then animation duration to 5 seconds, and let's see this. Okay, it start with ease, and then it ends with little bit faster. Okay, there you go. Now if I do the out, ease out, then it start with fast, and then at the end it goes ease. Okay, and if I specify in out, okay, then it start with ease, in the middle it goes fast, and at the end it goes ease. Okay, so there you go. Now what if I want my CSS to persist after the animation, right? I want this box to be like 400 pixel width after the animation. For that case, we have to give animation, okay, fill mode as forward. Okay. And now if I save it, then you will see that the width is 400 pixel. Okay, that is after the animation ends, the width persists. Okay, now finally we have animation direction, okay, which has the values like alternate, alternate reverse, normal, reverse, etc. Now if I do reverse and save it, then you can see the animation is happening from reverse side. Okay, it's happening from reverse, and then that is 400 to 150. Okay, and now if I do alternate, and then if I save it, then it goes from 150 to 400 pixel. Okay, and it stays there because we have forward, but alternate only works when we specify at least 2 iteration count. Okay, now you see it goes to the right. Okay, and then it goes back again. Okay, if I don't give the alternate, okay, if I give normal, then let's see what happened. It goes to the right. Okay, and then again it start from the 150 to 400 pixel. Okay, so if we give alternate, then it basically oscillate. Okay, if you notice, we have to specify all these properties to achieve our animation. However, we can achieve this all animation with single property with name animation. This is also known as the shorthand property. That's how we achieve. Okay, the first is the animation name, that is expand, and then the duration, that is 5 seconds. Okay, and then our timing function, that is in out. Okay, and then the delay, that is 1 second, then number of count, that is 2, then the direction, that is alternate, and finally fill mode as forward. Okay, now if I save it and if I comment it out, the effect is same. Okay, you can see this, it goes then, okay, and then come back because it is alternate. Okay, and that's it, because our iteration count is 2. Now as we mentioned that we can change as many CSS properties as we want. Okay, so now let's try to have different color. Okay, so our background color is red. Okay, so we need not to specify that. Let's change it to blue. Okay, and see how it goes. Okay, you can see our color is changing to blue as it goes. Okay, or it goes to the 400 pixel. Okay, and then let me give alternate as a normal. Okay, and then now let's add another property as top as 0. Okay, and then give the top as 300 pixel, so that it gives us the expand effect. However, to have this top effect, we need to mention the position as relative. Okay, now if you see, save it, then you can see this. Okay, our box is now going down and expanding. Okay, it's quite simple. So far we have seen the very simple animation. Now let's proceed to a bit of complex animation. Now let's try to rotate this box in a circular motion, that is top left, then top right, then bottom right, and then bottom left, and then goes back to our top left. Okay, so for that, let's specify our animation name as circle. Okay, and now let's define the keyframe as a circle. Okay, and for this we need to specify, okay, 0%, and then 25%, then 50%, then 75%, and then at the end we need to define 100%. Okay, so 0% will stay here, then 25% we goes to the right, 50% we goes to the bottom right, and 75% we goes to the bottom left, and then 100% we goes back to the original position. How we can achieve that? Okay, so let's the background color is same, and then our left is 0, and then top is also 0. Okay, that's the position right now. And now for background color, let's give blue. Okay, and then left as 200 pixel. Okay, then it goes this side, and then top as our 0. Okay, it's there. And similarly for 50%, okay, our let's do green. Okay, and then left is also 200 pixel, but this time top changes to 200 pixel. Okay, so 200 pixel, and then it goes left. Okay, there we our yellow. Okay, and then left will become 0. Okay, because it will be here at this position, and then top it will be 200 pixel, and then finally, okay, at 100% it will be like a red, and then top and left is 0. Now if I save it, then you can see it goes right, then bottom, then left, and then top. Okay, right, left, bottom, and then top. Okay, and now because our iteration is 2 here, okay, we can give here infinite. Okay, and then our uh, little bit 1 second. Okay, and if I save it, then you can see how it works. Okay, now it is like circular in motion every time. Okay, so that's how this animation works, and it is, really attractive. I hope with this chapter you understood the concept of CSS animation, and there are a lot to play in CSS animation, and we can use many CSS properties, not just background color left top. We can use many CSS properties in our animation and get very attractive effects. Thank you for watching. See you in the next chapter.